Ben Rogers, this is the Property Diary. This is Tuesday, 13th of November. Two things to feed back to you today. You remember I was talking last week about an ex-landlord of ours who's got a big 5-bed property in Walderslade Woods. He'd moved out of that, he was renting it out, he's moved to a bigger place in Rochester. He's a consultant at the local hospital, really nice guy, and he's having some work done on his place in Rochester, moved back into this one because the tenants moved out. I'm interested in this property as an option. I've got a project for that particular property. It's a big 5-bedder, and yeah, we were going to sort of speak again. Anyway, long story short, I spoke to him again this morning because we hadn't arranged to meet up yet. He's a nightmare getting back to people. He wants it done, and when you speak to him on the phone, it's like, fine, yeah, let's do it, but he just doesn't respond. He's so blooming busy. Anyway, he's looking to move back into his other house probably before Christmas time, and so I'm looking to get this on an option so we can get going in January with it. The challenge is that he really wants it done over a fairly short period of time. He's got a daughter that's going to be finishing secondary school, sorry, either finishing secondary school or finishing primary school, I'm not quite sure, it's one or the other. Anyway, going to be going to a new school, and at that stage I think he probably wants to put her through private education, and so I think he wants some cash out of this property. So we're only talking about 18 months, which is a lot less time than I would normally like to work with, but we can still make it work quite happily, so long as we can sort the figures out and we can get right on the purchase price, etc. So that's it. We are aiming to meet up either at the weekend or one evening next week. So just waiting for him to come back. I'll give him a couple of diary dates and we'll get together. But I reckon this is pretty a good one. I've got a relationship with the guy. I know the property inside out. I know what I want to do with it. We just need to finalise stuff. I mean, shorter timescales, but hey, we'll see if we can make it work. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you about today is the power of your network, because my network has pretty much come up trumps today. I had a property that came to light kind of yesterday. It's a property that I don't normally work with, but it's one that's about to be repossessed. I know the property, I know the owners, I actually know the tenants in there. The tenants really want to buy it, but they can't afford to come up with any getting started money right now. 4 months is kind of or 3 to 4 months is probably the time scale they're working at to get their getting started money together, and then to be able to afford the sort of super rents on the property. So, classic thing. Property, you use other people's money, don't you? You don't want to use your money. So because it's about to get repossessed, I need to come up with about 7 grand to chuck at Halifax, the mortgage company, to make the repossession go away. Repossession is due to happen on Thursday morning, so you can see the urgency in all of this. But I don't want to use my 7 grand, I want to use somebody else's 7 grand. So I've chucked it out to my database and said, hey, who's got 7 grand? I can give you a great return over 4 months, £500 a month, £500 a month interest on 7 grand for 4 months. That's 2 grand return over 7 grand on 4 months. What a flipping result. As you can imagine, I got slightly inundated. Bottom line is that we've come up trumps, and I think we've got the money for that, and so tomorrow morning I'll be able to pay off the arrears, even if I have to use my own money temporarily, to pay off the arrears and get the money through from my investor and then give them a great return. So I know it's cliche, but it is a classic win-win-win-win on this one. The tenant that's in there will be a tenant buyer, and they don't have to get evicted from their house. The owners of the property don't get a repossession, win for them. My investor gets a 7 grand loan to me with 2 grand return on it. Bloody great big win for them. And I get the property, and there's probably about 20 grand in it for me. Well, actually, if you take out the fact that I'm chucking probably 7 grand against the arrears, that reduces it, but it's on a repayment mortgage. There's all sorts of stuff I'll be doing with it over time. So there's probably easily 20 grand in it over the 6 years that I'll take the option on it. So, classic win-win-win-win for everybody involved. A 4-win equation there. So I just want to share that with you, and it just shows you that you need to have a powerful network of people. You need to go to networking meetings, you need to capture people's details, you need to keep in contact with them. They need to know and trust you, because I wasn't going to provide any security on this. This is basically down to my reputation and people knowing me and feeling comfortable with doing a very quick turnaround, chucking money into my account really quickly, and doing this on kind of an unsecured loan basis. So yeah, It is incredibly important that you build your network of investors and people up that know and trust you and are prepared to do business with you and can work quickly if you've got something that needs to work quickly. So there you go. I'm Ben. This is the Property Diary. This has been a great Tuesday the 13th of November. I shall look forward to catching up with you tomorrow with more updates on the Property Diary. Take care. Speak to you soon.